better come on into my kitchen. Yeah, it's going to be rain. I don't.
Well, we're going to ask Richard Olney all these questions and write an interview, and I acting as the American home cook, and he as an expatriate who has influenced so many American home cooks. And he wrote a book that really has affected Paul Bertoli at Oliveto said to me last night. He said Richard Olney's book turned around the way I thought about food. It's called Simple French Cooking. Yes. And he said it was really a redirection in the way I decided to cook. And he said, I wish you'd ask him the question, since he wrote that book, has he changed his mind about anything? And so anyway, we're going to do that. So are you going around and asking all the chefs in the area what they would ask? Well, you know, it'd be kind of interesting to do, don't you? Yeah, Reed Heron, that has, you know, Lula's and Rose Pistol, is going with us.
Oh, great.
And Clark Wolf from New York is going. I could get a whole, I could make money having a tour.
Do you need a baggage handler? No, that's my job.
It really, it's interesting how his name, it's very gratifying how effective he has been. And even though he has been obscured these many last years.
How old is he now?
He's 68. And a man named Kermit Lynch, do you know who that is?
Yes, the wine distributor.
Yeah. Last night he was at Oliveto, and I said to him, he has a house near Richard down there, and he sees Richard all the time. And he said, when you go, don't ask him little light questions. He said he's going to want to talk. I sort of knew this anyway. He's going to want to talk about bigger things than that, and you're not going to insult him. Just ask him. So I'm all excited about it.
You should get the oven temperatures correct.
On
Simple
what?
French food. I bring more stuff.
Have you really?
Yes.
Well, you'll see his oven, and then you'll see his stove and understand why.
Marion, do I understand correctly that as a result of this trip, you're going to be writing an article for
Peggy Knickerbocker, this young woman who we're going together, is the journalist. She's going to do the writing, but she'll do the writing, and it'll. But the key here is to make it a significant inquiry. I mean,
this is possibly more intellectual than.
It was like that thing about authentic food that I told you about. Questions like that, because you hear that a lot. And as a matter of fact, Paul missed that boat. If there's one thing I hate, it's his. I mean, he makes his own pasta. It is. I can't stand his pasta. It's very fuzzy and thick and tough, and he makes it in the old world Italian way. And my grandmother was from there, and I think we ought to forget that. You know,
we have learned better ways.
Yeah. But others love it.
Did you want to put this in
say?
there?
There's no defense today. Let's put that in.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah. This cream today, you know, if you want whipping cream, don't buy whipping cream. You have to get absolutely heavy whipping cream, and look on the side, and it should say, wait a minute, 8% total fat. The other that is called whipping cream is 4%, and it won't whip unless you spend talk about working out instead of at the gym. And then it may never whip. I said to the guy down there ought to be a law against this. How can they call it whipping cream? Sugar or salt is a real preservative. Which reminds me, thank you, Bill, for sending me that fax about the corned beef.
Oh yeah, share that.
Tell them, yeah, Bill.
Well, you know, we were talking about the corned beef, where corned beef came from, and so I just went on the internet and asked a couple of the cooking sites who solicit questions, and the one that responded to me is www.inquisitivecook, and there's two women out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Anyway, their response was that in olden times when they would preserve the beef, that the salt was so coarse it was the size of corn.
Oh my goodness.
And therefore it got shortened, or the whole process got known as corning the beef, which meant to use the super coarse salt. And that's where it came. I was thinking maybe it came from like Corning, England. I mean, it had something to do with the location.
That's
You
more
know.
Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas. Je vois la vie en rose.